Hey y'all, am I audible? Good? Awesome. Super excited to be here, team. Was getting my clicker ready to take you through unleashing the potential of your third-party apps in the Selling Partner Appstore. I know there were a lot of unlocking potential talks this afternoon. I think this one speaks more to how do we take these offerings, the awesome third-party applications ecosystem that you guys build, into the hands of our shared customer, the selling partners. So quickly starting with an introduction here. This is Nikita Chatre. I've been with Amazon for over 10 years now, senior software development manager. Started right here in this very room as part of my day one onboarding as an SD intern back in the day, so very passionate technologist hidden in here, and excited to take you through some of the key areas that can help you really optimize your listings and take them in front of our selling partners. Just a quick caveat, you'll hear a husky voice. That's thanks to the gift my toddler has given me, the lingering cold that I'm fixing. So I'll try very hard to not cough into the mic, but if I do, apologize in advance. Cool. Going over the agenda, we are going to be talking about App Store, where it lives, an overview of the Selling Partner App Store in itself. Going next into the App Store features, some recently launched features that the team is working on, and bringing that sneak peek into your view, as well as listing best practices. To the title of the talk, really looking at what is it that will spark the seller's attention as they look at the different offerings that are out there on the App Store. So we'll also have pre-submitted Q&A at the very end. So look forward to that in collaboration with our product and marketing leads. Cool. Without further ado, App Store, like you might have already heard in the keynote, the Selling Partner App Store is a one-stop shop where our Amazon sellers across 20 plus countries can discover applications both from Amazon and third parties and enable their growth, automation, scale through these offerings. So I think as part of that, if we look at a 2023 July snapshot, we have over 3K plus apps in the App Store. And we have about 1.7 million sellers that are actively coming onto this view to look for products that match their needs. Awesome, a great ecosystem that we have created here together. With that, let's hear straight from our seller, Mighty Paws, as they leverage the 3P apps in the Selling Partner App Store and learn more about how this aids their business.
Apps in general have helped catapult Mighty Paws' growth in a really big way. And Amazon has this really great Selling Partner App Store that you can get access to approved apps that's part of that. From a manpower standpoint, to be able to do supply chain and warehouse management with one or two people versus a team, being able to have apps that can shortcut this for you, it's really seamless.
Isn't that amazing? Products we create happier people is what Corey Smith comes from. And just like Corey, 1.7 million happy sellers that are leveraging this ecosystem of apps. Up next, overall where the App Store lives, accessible from Seller Central main navigation under Apps and Services, as well as a direct URL from sellercentral.amazon.com, Selling Partner App Store. This is where sellers do come in to leverage features and applications from third party as well as Amazon, and leverage it towards growing their business. So I think that's the enriching view here. If you look at the screenshot there are multiple different features in the offering to help them discover these apps, be it search, be it filters, be it category-specific pages. These are all the different layers of features that are available for us to be driving discoverability. This is where they can also be looking at ratings and reviews and applying for them as they use your apps. So as you saw in the Seller Insights view, they look for the trust from other sellers and their voice as they come to this app store to identify which solutions match their needs. With that, what are the new features in the offering? Listening to our customers, recent surveys tell us the top reason that sellers do come to the App Store is to browse. But with 3K plus apps, it is a struggle to really find that right match, that right app that they are looking for based on their niche seasonal needs. So to that end, we are also looking at what are the needs of the sellers as they require different tools and different automation solutions based on where they are in their business life cycle, their size, their tenure, and really come up with more of that personalized view of what apps need to be presented to them. To that end, we have a few features listed here. We'll take you over in the next few minutes one by one, starting with recommended apps. So in 2022, we launched recommended apps. This is our recommended for you widget on the Selling Partner Appstore homepage, where you see personalized recommendations displayed to the sellers. These are backed by our ML machine learning models that really look out for a selling partner that would be having a higher propensity to use apps that similar selling partners leverage from this ecosystem. So if you look at it from that lens, we are really looking to learn of similar selling partner behaviors in terms of what is their need and tie them to those personalized recommendations. To view recommended apps, sellers need to be logging into their Seller Central account and get to this view as part of the Selling Partner homepage. So that's recommended for you widget right here. Just to call out, this year we are making additional investments to drive a richer set of data augments into our models and really get smarter about recommendations we are bringing forth. So this starts the multi-year journey for us for how we really create a more enriching, personalized experience for our sellers. So that's that. Next up, Emerald Apps. You might have heard this as part of the keynote, as well as Sarah, our product lead, who is driving the vision setting here. We launched a pilot for Emerald Apps earlier in 2022. And as part of Emerald Apps, the biggest distinction here is sellers can really start taking action on critical, immediate needs of their business from the third-party applications right within Seller Central. So there is a Seller Central homepage card as well as a notification banner within Selling Partner Appstore where they can drive actionability from these 3P apps right there in the Seller Central container. So as you look through that opportunity, we are looking to really bring that one-stop shop in real on how we think about driving that actionability across different apps that they leverage today. So as you look at each app that is Emerald feature enabled, there is capabilities to introduce customized notifications as part of this pilot, which means they could have custom actionable notification templates that they are building out that help, for example, provide a summary of your business performance or provide immediate actionability to errors that need action taken right then and there. So I think all of those critical needs coming together into actionability right within Seller Central is where Emerald Vision setting is. To learn more, I think this is more of a sneak peek. There is going to be an introduction on Emerald session by Sarah, who we are esteemed principal product manager here this afternoon. So look forward to driving that more detail into that as a product offering. Next up are resources. So as we looked at sellers coming onto the Selling Partner App Stores, there was a need for some that they weren't sure where to get started, which is where we should be going in terms of category page views, where should they be looking at to really find the right match of the apps. The resources feature comes there, where we are really looking at providing seller success stories, a popular set of app, all of these informative articles, as well as blog posts and content right into the Seller Central homepage view. So this is accessible directly from Seller Central homepage, Seller Central App Store homepage as well, where you really get to have additional resources made available for you to learn more from all of the different experiences other sellers are having, creating those seller spotlights. So those popular app views are available today for sellers to help them make the decision. For post-up, I think as we looked at some of these features, there is also an aspect of how are we driving awareness to the App Store as well as these 3P apps. I think looking back in 2022, we did rebrand from a partner network to a Selling Partner Appstore view. And as part of that, we also started a brand new marketing team. So as part of that marketing team's retire, I think we looked at accelerating the flywheel by helping selling partners gain awareness and educate them on these 3P app offerings and see how that can feed into the flywheel effect by use of these apps to scale their business. So as part of that, multiple different channels that we are getting into as part of our marketing efforts. Outside of emails and webinars, we are looking at Seller Central, Selling Partner Appstore YouTube channel. So our very own view of reciting all of some resources that we mentioned earlier as part of the resources feature in the App Store, but also bringing in seller success stories, things that they will be benefiting from by learning about other sellers' experiences. So all of that educational material, videos, spotlights, all of them in place on our very own Selling Partner Appstore YouTube channel. Do subscribe, do look out for more as we look in there. Outside of that, multiple other channels that do exist is we leverage Google Ads, I think meeting the customers where they are, really leveraging that as one of our ingresses. We also look out for driving awareness through partnering with our sell.com, having dedicated pages on our sell.com global websites, as well as social media that we drive through our common seller channels. So we do leverage some of this common ecosystem of marketing efforts across Amazon. Now, with that, I think as we think about use of the entire awareness and education channels, I'd love to get deeper into another one of our seller VOCs, Wax and Wit, and learn about how apps are benefiting them as we go deeper.
We started with funny candles, and our focus is bringing giftable products to market. We've got our horoscope candles, happy hour margarita, not today Satan. Making bold bets is what every entrepreneur wants to do. We're typically looking for apps that can provide solutions to our business, whether it's sales and marketing or if it's inventory operations, and all of those apps are right there in one place, the Selling Partner Appstore.
All right, Wax and Wit, leveraging 3P apps from the Selling Partner Appstore to make sense of their data. On that note, I think this is a good transition to really take you through optimizing your listings and sparking the interest of selling partners as they look at this diverse set of apps on the SPA channels. So without further ado, really, if you haven't listed on the App Store until now, some of the prereqs to keep in mind. First up, you need to be registered as a public developer leveraging our suite of SP API offerings. You need to be supporting an OAuth flow right from the Selling Partner Appstore, authorizing into your own websites. As also, you need to be having all your apps and services be compliant with data protection policy and acceptable use policies, along with the API agreement that you could drive forward as part of being a developer with us. So I think as these prerequisites are taken care of, firstly, I think you can also view these and additional details on listing on the App Store on our SP API developer documentation site. So do leverage more resources that are available to you on these channels. Now, what makes a great app listing? There are a few components at play, and I'll take you through some of these to really have the 3P app offering have all that it needs to give a good seller experience on the App Store. First up, as you would have seen on the Seller Central App Store search page, there are short descriptions that come up as part of the app cards. Now, these short descriptions are your place, are your golden opportunity to really catch the attention of our sellers and pack as much meaning into it to help them think of and consider of this app as part of their deeper consideration of using it versus that. So I think definitely look out for opportunity to take on the short description view and what can really provide the meaningful content they need to make that decision. Up next, there is also an opportunity to add additional images. And this is your place to help sellers visualize what your app is about, what the UI is about, what are the rich features in the offering by really inserting in that visual graph with images. So as part of your listing flow, do encourage you to drive some of these into your app listing itself. Next up, a robust description. I think anticipating those seller questions and really answering them as part of your detailed description makes all the difference in a seller choosing to authorize your application versus taking the time to really go deeper after. So as you look at what meaning your app provides, provide that additional context, this is the place where you could be bringing that night and day difference in them making that decision. Last but not the least, make sure you're regularly updating your listing. Super important to avoid seller confusion, as also to not have your app listing fail audits, for you to be making sure there is accurate information and current information provided to your sellers through your listings. So be it, for example, pricing updates, make sure the latest pricing information is available to them as they make their decision based on how they think about their budgeting needs across these. So super important to really keep them current. When listing on your apps, also be super certain about the transparency and honesty that comes with the app functionalities. I think one thing to call out here, as part of the listing flow, you choose niche functionalities that your app provides. Do refrain from really clicking on all the checkboxes, because that leads to confusion on what is the niche of your app. And I think if you also heard from our seller insights panel earlier, they are looking out for that niche functionality, what is in it specifically that really drives that listing for them. So definitely make sure on being very specific about the intent of the descriptions you do provide. With that, looking also at some of our listing mistakes, and I think how to think about baking the best practices in upfront to avoid going into a suspension of the listing on the App Store. What you see up here are our top 3 reasons for failed audits. More than 90% of our failed audits on the App Store come from these factors. And so really bringing them in front and center to make sure we are being proactive about fixing these in advance. To start with, I think as we look at the do's and don'ts and best practices, developer website URLs need to be active, accessible, and not need a login before you can access the content on the website. So that is baked in as part of our prereqs or requirements as we think about how this information as a seller transcends from the App Store making the decision to the website. It's all in the known. Next up, a developer URL must be secure. So we expect HTTPS and not HTTP as standing for secure, the secure sockets layer certificate being used. Next up, listings, and this is an important one. To avoid seller confusion, it's very important to avoid names that are either similar or really confusingly identical to some of the Amazon trademarks. So we do ask of our listings to include Amazon trademark violation compliance checks and ensure we are able to make that decision on behalf of our customers on not creating that confusion when these listings do hit. So some of these are the do's and don'ts to consider as we list on Selling Partner Appstore. With that, I think with all of these different app listing optimizations and best practices baked in, worth spending a couple of minutes on this ratings and reviews feature. Again, I think citing some of the seller insights panel earlier, recent studies have told us that sellers trust and leverage the decisions of other sellers and what they have benefited from. So as they build this seller trust communities, ratings and reviews is one of a very important features that help them make that decision. So as they come to the App Store, they're really looking for that insight coming from other sellers that have benefited from using these 3P apps. And hence it's become super important to look out for authentic reviews, highly rated apps to be part of building selling trust, as well as driving app discovery, because our search results are ranked by ratings as you look at the view on Selling Partner Appstore. So it accelerates discoverability and decision making for our sellers. So as you look at the do's and don'ts in the frame of ratings and reviews, to quickly call out, there are, I think, as you handle soliciting reviews, there are some things to keep in mind. Top one being you may solicit reviews and provide insight on this is a feature on the App Store that your users should be availing in broadcast channels. So things like blog posts or press releases are definitely in compliance. But when you think about places like where you are soliciting individual reviews from individual users, that's a no. So I think from a do's and don'ts standpoint, there are some compliance guidelines that are in place, and those you can look at as part of our Selling Partner Appstore communication guidelines, again, in our documentation website. So that's going to help you really discern how you think about soliciting reviews as well as reporting fake reviews to us. Last but not the least, be sure to follow the Federal Trade Commission guidelines. Some of them specifically do mention do not solicit reviews only from users you know will provide positive feedback, or create a leverage or incentivize the reviews that are coming in. So authentic use of the reviews is definitely something that we do look out for as we think about compliance to policies. With that, quickly summarizing, we did go over a few different areas. One, optimizing your listings, to some of the App Store features, how sellers perceive the new features that are coming into the ecosystem, as also best practices, some of the guidelines for creating a better selling partner experience, as well as ensuring your apps are driving adoption as part of these best practices baked in. So hope it was useful to go through some of these key themes as addressed as part of the App Store. We are super excited to continue to partner, and for our shared customer being the selling partner, use this as the face of all the cool technology use you do with our API ecosystem and beyond.